Good evening, sad mindless sheep followers of mine here on social media. I'm back again. You get to escape from your sad realities again. But I guess that's not enough for you all, is it? No, you all want to get to know me. You all want to know my backstory. That's just horrible and sad. Has it really come to that? Has everything gotten so grim that that's what gets you through the day? Well, okay. I had Alice ask you all to send me some questions, and a handful of you succeeded. The rest of you, I assume, just don't have much of an imagination anymore, and that question just blew your mind. I really feel sorry for you all. But I picked the top 2 that were sent to me. Why did I pick only 2? Because 2 is the only even prime number. Prime numbers were really the best. They just really get me up in the morning. They do it for me. But 2 is very special. It's the only one that's not odd. But here we go. Everyone have a cup of coffee ready? Good. Well, now this question is quite simple but very useful. The fresher the meat is, the better. I mean, that's obvious. If you've watched any sort of culinary anything or have cooked anything, you know that. There's going to be so much more of the juices still in the meat. There's going to be so much more nutrients. The marrow is still intact. You can use the bone for stew for the flavoring. It's just the fresher the better. Not to say that the long dead have no use. Obviously, if you've stored them properly, you can thaw them out and find some nutritional use for them, but it's not as good as fresh. The best thing you can do, if you can't cook with them after a certain period, if you've not frozen them, just let them decompose. Let it go back to the earth. Because at the end of the day, we all come from shit. Think about it. When we die, we turn to shit. Whatever we eat turns to shit. And from shit, everything grows. So, when you think about it, we're all walking pieces of shit. I find a lot of comfort in that. Next question. Well, my favorite natural force has to be more on a cosmic scale. The grandest of them. The most beautiful, the most divine celestial being. That, of course, is the black hole. I love everything to do with black holes. There are several different types, you know. You have the stellar black hole. It's at least 20 times the size of our sun. There's the supermassive black hole. That one is about 100,000 times the size of our sun, usually much, much larger. For example, Sagittarius A, at the center of our Milky Way, about 2 million times the size of our sun. That just makes me smile. It's like that lovely goth mother that actually nurtures us all. There is, of course, the intermediate black hole, one of the most elusive, but they exist. They're in between the stellar and the supermassive black hole. They're around. There are also binary black holes. They're very, very rare, but typically when twin stars die, they go together, they decide one cannot handle life without the other. they turn into a binary black hole, swirling in opposite directions. There's also the primordial black holes. There's no evidence they still exist, but there's no evidence they don't. They formed from the intense heat after the Big Bang. Most scientists speculate they died off from the cooling period after the Big Bang. There's always the possibility that some might linger. Kind of like a lot of these boomers who want to hang on long after the show has ended for them. Okay, playtime is over. Time to get back to it. Time to go back to your awful lives until I come entertain you again. Bye.